Hey guys! In this video we're making a simple wire frame. This design is perfect for a photo or mirror frame. We've also added a stand so that we can stand it up on our dressing table, or you can add a hook to hang it from as well. For my design today I'm using this little old mirror that did have a frame which broke, so I wanted to reuse it instead of just throwing it out. My little mirror here is about 13 centimeters long and about 9 centimeters wide. You can use a photo printed on thick card or something that's a different shape or size as well. For these types of projects we use a 12 gauge florist wire. It's a super bendy but sturdy wire, so great for these type of craft projects. It's really fun to use and comes in a heap of different colours. To start our frame we need quite a long length of wire, so I'm starting with a length about 2.5 meters long for my size little mirror. Now I always grab my round nose pliers and just bend the very tip of the wire around so it's not too sharp, and then we can start placing our wire onto the mirror. So I find it's easiest just to make a small bend so that most of the bend is done before I actually place it onto the mirror. This can be a little bit sharp, so be careful, and also we need to be really gentle so we don't actually break the mirror. But I'm gently holding it onto the mirror there with my left hand and working the wire with my right hand, bending it around to start to form a spiral. Now coming around the back of the mirror and across to the opposite side, working that mirror around to make another spiral. Now I've got this stretch in my wire which is brown, and I actually don't really want it on the front of my design, so I'm just going to wrap it at the back. So taking that wire around the back again, and I'm just wrapping this little brown piece of wire, which you probably won't have to do. Just making sure our little bits of wire are staying on the side of our frame. So we just continue this same technique now of bringing our wire around to the side of the mirror and doing some little swirly bits on the front of the mirror. These are all as big or small as you like. Obviously you don't want to cover too much of the mirror, and you can work with the wire a little bit after it's all on there as well. But for now we just bring it around the front, do some swirls, and then take it around the back as well. You can bring it all around one side and then take it back across to the opposite side of the mirror. And just take your time enjoying the process and getting that wire all sitting how you want it. This is why I really love working with this 12 gauge florist wire. It's so bendy, you can do whatever you want with it, and it sort of stays in place and gives you something really cool and custom made. So obviously I'm working around and trying to make this frame sort of even. I will be able to bend it out towards the sides of the mirror more as well, but for now I'm just getting the main structure of the frame, making sure I've got some wire coming all around the sides of the mirror. Once you're happy with the evenness of the wire and you've come around the edges the whole way around of your mirror, then we just tuck the end underneath some of the extra wire that's on the back here, making sure that's locked in place and crimping it down tight so there's no sharp edges. Now you can take some extra time with your pliers and your hands just working all your wires. It doesn't have to be sitting perfectly even, but it's best if it's not covering too much of the mirror on the inside or the photo. So make sure you're happy with the position of everything and that it's sitting mostly balanced. You want those pieces of wire to be tucked right around the back and secured well, so no flimsy floppy bits. Now for a hook, I just use an offcut of wire and bend the ends around some of the wire on the back. For a stand, you want to use about 30 centimeters of wire and make 2 bends in the middle to make a flat part, and then twist the wires together. Now just checking you know which side you want the up and down sides to be. Doesn't really matter for mine. Now we're just going to tuck it under some of these wires on the back here, one on each side, and just gently bring each wire around some of those other wires. Crimping them in nice and tight so there's no sharp edges and it's nice and secure. Now gently bending that stand into position and your little mirror should stand up quite securely. So there's our simple wire frame for a photo or small mirror.